So this one's going to be an interesting video. It's going to be an experiment. So I spoke with my cousin Maz. He mentioned something called the 369 method. So I asked him what's 369 method. So he told me what the 369 method is. It's a process of you writing down what it is that you want to achieve, but you write it down 3 times in the morning, 3 times in the afternoon, and 3 times in the evening. Okay, I've said that wrong. It's even deeper. So it's 369 method, but you've got to write what it is that you want to have, let's say, 3 times in the morning. Then you've got to write it 6 times in the afternoon, and then you've got to write it 9 times in the evening. So when he's mentioned this to me, he said something that is the reason why I'm doing this experiment. So he said, what you'll notice, so we were joking, and I said the goal would be 100 M's. I wasn't saying I'm going to now do this for this affirmation, but it was just how the conversation was going. So he said, when you do this, you'll notice money just coming from unexpected places. So because of that comment of the unexpected places, this isn't from a place of doubt, but this is a place of let's test this. So I am going to test the method. I'm going to write down my goal. You've got to be specific, and I've gone a little bit more, what would I say, excessive in terms of how specific I've wanted this to be. So I'm not going to share what I've wrote down yet. I'll share down at the end of the process and see whether this actually works. So I'm excited just to see, does manifestation work? Some of this manifestation stuff is quite new agey. Does step into the world of the universe and all that, and we know, or I know, or the truth is, it isn't the universe out here. We've got 2 forces. So we've got the Most High, and we've got his Up. We don't even need to mention his name over here, but that's the 2 forces out here. There isn't no universe. So early on in this video, let's just get that clear. But anyway, so I want to test this. I want to just see whether this 369 method works. So interestingly enough, I have wrote 126 words. So it is quite excessive the way that I'm attempting this experiment. So it might even be too much for me just by the words that I've wrote that I now need to be saying, or not saying, sorry, writing down multiple times at multiple times in the day. But 126 words is what I would need to write 3 times in the morning, which equals 378 words. So 378 words is what I need to write in the morning. And then in the afternoon, 126 times by 6, because I've got to write it 6 times, is 756. Okay, and then in the evening, 9 times 126 is 1134. So again, I'm looking at this and I'm laughing. I'm saying, well, I might be making this experiment too hard for me to even do to find out whether it even works or not. However, I'm going to try. So in a day, a total of 378 plus 756 plus 1134 is 2,268 words. So for this challenge, experiment, science experiment, test we'll call it, for it to work, or for me to be able to go the days, because you've got to do this for 30 days as well. For me to do this, I've got to write 2,220. See, I can't even get my words out now. 2,268 words a day times by 30 days is 68,040 words. It sounds mad already. Like, I haven't even started this. Technically speaking, I wanted to start today, but I was meant to have done it in the morning. So if I don't do it in the morning, is this not a day that doesn't work now? It's still the morning to me. I'm still going to do it. So after this video, I'm going to start or begin this process and start with my first batch of 3 and see how it goes. But yeah, 68,040 words is what I'll need to write over the course of 30 days. So that's a crazy number. However, in the spirit of science, let's say, interesting selection of words. Spirit of science. The science, has it got a spirit? Maybe. We'll find out. But yeah, so interesting. So how many minutes and hours and days is this going to take in time? So I don't know. So I don't know how long it actually takes me to write 126 words. So what would be funny is I might do this today and be like, you know what? Nah, that can't run, and I might have to now change the length of the affirmation that I'm writing daily. I couldn't make it more concise, but I wanted to make it be as specific as possible to see how effective this method can be. And what you hear or what people have said along the journey of hearing stuff like this is, oh, it came this way or it happened that way because you was a bit vague. So I've been or tried to be as specific as possible. And at the end of it, at the end of these 30 days, hopefully, or if I cut this short, I'll then show you what I wrote, and then we can see, or I can reveal whether the process actually worked. So yeah, don't know how many minutes, hours or days it's going to take. And the question that leads to is, so if, well not even if, it's going to be a considerable amount of time for me to do it. The question is, would it now have been better for me to have just worked on trying to achieve the goals rather than just writing down what it is that I want? Like, don't get me wrong, writing your vision, writing down goals definitely makes sense. It helps you to kind of draw your focus and get aligned into what you want. But in terms of me writing it 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, 9 times in the evening, for 30 days, is that really needed? Are we now going into the world of being too excessive to get something that could have been done more efficiently? So that's what this experiment's about. Who knows? So we'll see. I'm looking forward to just getting through the 30 days if I can, and then just seeing how it all works out. So yeah, see how it goes.